Chapter 1 Breaking the Silence. School wasn't just a place for classes and grades, it was where some of my hardest struggles happened. From 2021 to 2025, every day felt like a test of more than just my knowledge. It was about surviving the people around me. At my old school, I was bullied almost every day. The words people threw at me made me shrink inside. They made me doubt myself and feel like I didn't belong anywhere. When I transferred to Gateway, I thought maybe things would change. I wanted a fresh start. I threw myself into everything I could: detailed notes, student council, basketball tryouts. I hoped these would help me find confidence in a place to belong. But the drama followed me, and it was exhausting. One person, Alex V, pushed all the wrong buttons. She crossed lines that made me feel unsafe. Cheating on friends, texting me nonstop during her anxiety attacks, it was overwhelming. Then there was Emily. She pressured me to go to her party even when I said no. Blocking her wasn't enough. Her mom tried to make me unblock her as if my boundaries didn't matter. In class, Emily, Brady, Jacob, and Gabriel teased me after I asked them to stop. Emily laughed, pushed me, sent mean emojis, and tried to embarrass me. On New Year's Day 2025, she and others mocked me on a live stream. That moment shattered something inside me. I felt completely alone. Every time I tried to speak up, I was told I was causing drama, but this wasn't drama. My stomach hurt. I lost sleep. I stopped trusting people. Even in a room full of classmates, I felt invisible. At home, I shut down. I stopped talking. I just felt hopeless. But I didn't give up. I learned I deserve respect. I learned how to say no and protect my peace. I learned to stand up, even when it hurts. Still, the pain from those years, especially from Emily, stays with me. It's a quiet weight I carry. That's why I'm speaking up now. Because I can't do this alone anymore. I wanted it to stop. I believe schools should be safe, respectful, and a place where voices are heard. Right now, it isn't. Emily apologized once, but it didn't feel real. She said she didn't read a post about her laughing at another student, but her laughter hurt. Her apology felt like a defense, not empathy. She kept making jokes I asked her to stop. She teased me in class, pressured me after we broke up, and sent rude emojis. During the variety show, she and Ella whispered about me and reported me after I apologized. She brought up my past just to hurt me and joined the live stream to mock me again. She falsely accused me of calling her by her middle name, though she and others called me by mine. In culinary class, she rushed me until I panicked. I found a hurtful group chat that she twisted to make me look like the problem. Earlier this year, she honked outside my house and sped off, scaring my neighbors. This isn't just about Emily. For 4 years, I've been targeted, lied about, bullied, and misunderstood. Moments like these. January 12, 2023, Kaylin and Deborah made a live stream trashing me after I reported Deborah flipping me off. May 2023, Deborah flipped me off again in Miami and in front of Brady. July 4th, 2023, I told the truth about Deborah, but she claimed I took her friends too seriously. Junior year, a friend of Deborah's came after me for standing up against Florence's smoking posts. Not drama, but standing for what's right. September 2023, Parker falsely accused me and Anav of online gossip, twisting my words. They were double standards and fake apologies. Mackenzie crossed boundaries, calling me honey and babe without asking, and claimed I was her boyfriend when I wasn't. Caroline criticized me for saying bullyism and attacked me for speaking out about Deborah, despite handling it with the principal. Emily cut in line, pushed me, laughed in my face, and sign slapped, then acted like I was overreacting. Victoria told me to stop the drama while hiding her own involvement. Kaylin left rude comments about my interests on TikTok, but my friends stood up for me. After I reported him, Mackenzie turned against me. Colt bullied me with racist comments and lied about his YouTube fame. On Instagram, Emily used nicknames without permission, then acted like I was wrong for setting boundaries. I even made a video explaining why honking outside someone's house isn't a joke. I've been walking on eggshells for too long. Every day I expect my words to be twisted or laughed at again. I try staying quiet and handling this alone. It's too much now. I'm not asking for harsh punishments. I want support, respect, fairness, and real boundaries. I wanted a place where people stop. Actually means something. I wanted us to move forward, maybe with conversations that heal, clear boundaries, or someone to turn to when it all feels heavy. I thought a lot before writing this, but silence hasn't helped. I believe things can get better with the right support. Chapter 2. A New Beginning, 2025. The year 2025 was supposed to be just the end of high school, but for me it felt like something more. It was the end of silence, the end of pretending, and the beginning of a chapter I had waited for. One where I finally took back my voice. After everything I went through, I wanted to move on. But moving on doesn't always mean forgetting. Sometimes it means remembering everything and choosing to grow from it anyway. In January, I was being nice to Mackenzie. At first, it felt like a light in the dark. She made me laugh, and I felt wanted again. But over time, I noticed things. She would call me babe and honey in front of others even when I hadn't said I was comfortable with that. She told people I was her boyfriend because before we even talked about it. The boundaries got blurry fast. It was hard because I wanted to be kind, but I also wanted to be respected. That mattered more now. Around that time, I was preparing for graduation, but the drama wasn't over. Emily started pushing again. She whispered with Ella during the variety show, made side comments, and even reported me after I had apologized. My mental health was shaky, but instead of shutting down, I reflected. I shared the truth in my own words. That's what led to the story I finally handed in. Everything I had been through laid out honestly. For the first time in years, I felt something shift. Not in everyone else, but in me. I stood firmer. I stopped apologizing for setting limits. I started choosing who deserved to be in my circle. I focused on the people who saw me, not just the version they wanted me to be. In May, I graduated. I walked across the stage with my head held high. I thought about the bully kid I used to be. The one who couldn't sleep, the one who thought he was the problem, and I said goodbye to him, because now I'm someone else. I'm the student who took Spanish and loved it, the one who discovered a passion for Spanish, the one who sang in the variety show and danced like no one was watching, the one who got into college. In August, I'll be starting college. I'll be taking Spanish and speech communication. I'll be listening to Owl City's Cocoa Moon on my walks across campus, especially Vitamin C and Kelly time. I'll be building a new life, a life I choose, a life that's safe. I'll be learning, not just in class, but in life. How to forgive without forgetting, how to trust without losing myself, and how to lead with courage. 2025 didn't fix everything, but it was the year I realized I didn't have to wait to be rescued. I could rescue myself. And now, I'm ready for what comes next. Chapter 3, my college chapter, starting August 2025. August 18th, 2025, that's the day everything changed. I won't be walking into Gateway anymore. No more hallway drama, no more worrying if someone who will twist my words. I'll be stepping onto a brand new campus, college, ready to start my life over. I choose Spanish because I loved it. It started in summer school and grew into something more. It's about solving problems, building something from nothing, and proving to myself that I can do hard things. I'm also taking communication, which I know will be a challenge, but I'm ready for it. I've been preparing for this, and I'm not afraid to ask for help when I need it. It helps me understand how people communicate, how meaning works beyond just words. After everything I've been through, that mattered to me. I wanted to understand people better. I wanted to be heard and to hear others the right way. I'll have early mornings to get work done. I'll take notes like I always have, carefully and with focus, because I know what it feels like to be lost and I don't want to fall behind. I'll keep my schedule tight but not overwhelming. And when I needed a break, I'll listen to Owl City's Cocoa Moon album on repeat, Vitamin C when I need peace, Cali Time when I needed to smile. College is my chance to build something new. I'm planning to run for student government just like I did at Gateway. This time though, I'm going in stronger. I know who I am. I'm not trying to prove my worth to people who tear others down. I wanted to make college a space where students feel respected, where boundaries matter, and where voices like mine are not pushed aside. I know there'll still be challenges. Life doesn't stop being hard just because the setting changes. But I'm not the same person I was in 2021. I found my voice, I learned how to protect it, and now I get to use it in new ways. This chapter isn't just about surviving, it's about thrilling. I'm excited, nervous, and hopeful. College is where I begin again, not as someone broken, but as someone rebuilding. One class, one notebook, one friendship at a time. One friendship at a time. Chapter 4. Cam Young Judaea, Texas, a place where I belong. Working at Cam Young Judaea, Texas was more than just a summer job. It was an experience that changed how I see myself and what I'm capable of. I went in ready to help out and do my part. I left feeling like I was part of something much bigger, a community that welcomed me, believed in me, and let me be myself. Before I even arrived at camp, my sister Hallie had written a letter to Mac, one of the camp directors. She'd wanted to tell him more about me. In case I didn't say everything during our phone call, Hallie knows how hard I've worked to get to where I am. I've had to adapt to a lot of changes in my life, from switching schools to trying new activities. I started in public school and moved to Gateway Academy, a private school for students with learning differences. That change helped me feel safe, supported, and seen. It gave me the chance to grow as a leader and as a person. At Gateway, I ran for student council vice president in junior year and won. Then I ran for student body president in senior year and won again. Those experiences gave me the confidence to speak up, take charge, and help others. At CYJ, I use those same skills every day. Whether I was helping with campers, assisting staff, or just setting a good example, I wanted to show people that could count on me. I always did my best to bring positive energy, a strong work ethic, and kindness to everything I did. Camp also reminded me how important community is. I've always stayed with me. I always stayed close to my Jewish roots. I was part of MPGLC and Kalila High in Houston, and I never missed a class or event. At CYJ, I felt that same sense of Jewish pride and connection. I was surrounded by people who celebrated the same traditions I grew up with: Shabbat dinners, prayers, songs, and more. It felt familiar, but also exciting. I learned new things and made new friends. I saw how camp could bring out the best in everyone. One of the best parts of working at camp was getting to help others feel included. That's something I cared about a lot. I know what it feels like to be left out or underestimated, and I never want anyone else to feel that way. That's one of the reasons I love working with younger kids. I've done internships with Kids Meals, Cats Coffee, HEB, and the Sheraton Hotel, and I've worked at MBGLC for 4 years now. All of those jobs taught me how important it is to care about people and take pride in your work. Camp was no different. I knew that when I showed up with a smile and gave my full effort, it made a difference. Outside of school and work, I've always enjoyed sports. I was on my school's basketball team, bowling, and track teams. I also played club field hockey with Houston Velocity, now called Albion Field Hockey, even though field hockey is usually a girls' sport in the US. I didn't let that stop me. I joined anyway, and I even helped bring the sport to Gateway Academy. I wanted other boys and students with learning differences to have the chance to try something new and feel included too. Working at CYJ was another way for me to break down limits and show what I can do. It was proof that people on the autism spectrum can succeed, lead, and make an impact. I'm proud of that. I'm also proud to be going to college. I'll be getting my bachelor's degree in Spanish. Only about 1 in 5 autistic students go to college, and I'm one of them. That means something. CYJ showed me that I can be part of a team, take care of others, and be a leader in a place filled with heart, tradition, and fun. I'm thankful for every moment there, and I hope to keep coming back to camp for years to come. It's more than a job, it's a part of who I am now. Chapter 5 Junior My Junior Life Story. How field hockey changed my life. As I was saying, I will start by saying how field hockey changed my life. It all began with my older sister, Hallie. She started playing field hockey when she was in 7th grade, in middle school. She stuck with it for 7 years and became one of the main goalies on her team. One day she looked at me and said, "You should try it." That moment would lead to something I never expected. She gave me the chance to try something new, and I'm glad she did. In September 2021, during my freshman year of high school, I joined Houston Velocity Field Hockey. I was 14 years old at the time. My sister and coach encouraged me to join, and they even let me join for free. I thought it would be a good idea, so I said yes. I didn't know what to expect, but I quickly found out that even though I was the only guy, I was welcomed in by all the girls. I felt nervous at first, but then I realized I belonged. Field hockey truly changed my life. I became the first male player to ever be a part of Houston Velocity. That was a big deal to me. I didn't let it hold me back. In fact, I used it as motivation. I worked hard, played during scrimmages, and took on many different positions. I always tried to give my best effort. There's one memory I'll never forget. It was before practice at the Kincaid School. I was jogging around the track and I ran faster than everyone else. My coach called out, "Wait for your team, Giuseppe," and I shouted back, "Why? I love going faster." But I understood. Being on a team means supporting one another. So I stopped, turned around, and waited for them. That moment taught me an important lesson. Being a leader means being patient and staying with your team. Even though field hockey is mostly a girls' sport in the US, I never let that stop me. In college, the NCAA only offers field hockey for women, but for me, Houston Velocity is working hard to spread the game to boys and young men, especially to the kids with learning differences like the students at Gateway Academy. I'm proud to be part of that movement. By joining the team, I found more than just a sport. I found a community of strong, kind teammates. They welcomed me, supported me, and helped me grow. Field hockey gave me a place to release stress, be active, and connected with others. I learned how to communicate, stay calm, and push myself every day. It taught me that practice, teamwork, and effort are what really matter. I've gotten better at running, jogging, blocking, and hitting the ball. I pass to my teammates, listen to my coach, and always keep a positive attitude. I show good sportsmanship and try to lead by example. Every practice is a chance to grow. Some teens get rid of their stress by vaping, partying, or doing risky things. But for me, I found something healthier: field hockey. I don't need to run from my problems, I just run with my stick and my team beside me. It helps me feel free, it helps me feel strong, and most of all, it makes me happy. Once you start playing field hockey, you simply can't stop. Field hockey changed my life, and I'm proud of that.